Uncle Roger filming in different location today because we got special guests here. Please welcome Uncle Adam Liaw.
Hello.
Uncle Roger, I reviewed Adam Liaw video recently, Yangzhou fried rice, and he didn't get Uncle title. But then I go on his channel and he made me yin yang fried rice, and that very good. So now he is Uncle Adam Liaw.
I'm so proud.
Good. You should be. Even Gordon don't have uncle title.
This is a bit of an old video because Gordon did win it back eventually. And we reviewed that video too if you want to go see it.
Uncle Wang Gang, the most professional chef. He making the dish you make. You think he gonna be better than you?
More than likely.
Now I'm a little curious as to how Adam did with his egg fried rice. We should actually go see that video.
Hello， 大家好，我是王刚。本期视频我跟大家分享到主食扬州炒饭。
See, Uncle Roger like Uncle Wang Gang because he got sensible haircut. What is this? Man bun and goatee, what you trying to be? Hiya. Trying to look like Post Malone, but he look more like Post Alone.
Can't believe I'm getting roasted by a virgin in an orange polo shirt.
Virgin! Uncle Roger pounding all the time. Don't just pound Thai green curry. Virgin.
Now this is going to get interesting. I think we've already set a tone for the video. I wasn't expecting a lot of action in this video.
首先，我们准备普通米饭400克，然后加入适量的猪油，搅拌均匀备用。
This is a good tip. You can either add it when you are cooking the rice or like this when you're doing it afterwards and just rub it through.
It make the rice less sticky and it glistening. It's just like a forehead. This is good start. Instead of happy ending, Uncle Wang Gang give us happy beginning.
Sorry children. When you mix the fat in with the rice, it does help the rice not to stick together, but it also helps to fry the rice because you need fat to fry the rice. Otherwise, the rice is just going to stick to the pan. So you can do it like Adam said, or as Chef Wang Gang demonstrated in the video.
下一步开始准备辅料，准备水发海参1只，竖着切开之后切。
Sea cucumber good.
干海参泡发需
Very fancy.
时间。
A very expensive ingredient. Hard
Very
to get
expensive.
Really? Sea cucumber is very expensive? Really? Now, even though that I never saw sea cucumbers on the menu in Washington State, and I lived in Washington for about 20 years, but funny enough, in Washington we do actually have a lot of these ingredients and we farm them and we ship them over to Asia. This includes sea cucumbers, gooey ducks, and we even have a lot of octopus, but I'm not sure if we actually fish for them. And of course we have a lot of salmon.
准备煮熟的宣武火腿1小块，切成均匀的小颗粒。
Good. Cured ham.
切记最好用。
But you see, he's using the Shuangwei ham from Yunnan. He should probably be using Rugao ham from Jiangsu, which is where Yangzhou is. I don't want to comment on Wang Gang.
No, comment on him.
But like,
Feel free to comment on him. This is what we're doing. What you think this video is? We're not just watching. You need to provide some value to our listeners.
it's Wang Gang.
Everybody can fuck up. Don't worry.
This is true, just as Gordon with his grilled cheese.
Burn already. She's still solid. Hiya, Gordon, you know you fucked up. Just start over.
Now, if anybody is watching that knows more about what type of ham specifically that he's using, please let us know down below. Because when you look at the Spanish cured hams, it's very similar, let's say, to prosciutto. It really is. And even my Italian friends, they say that they actually prefer the Spanish ham over the Italian. Not all my friends, but some of them do say this.
切成均匀的小颗粒备用。同学们切记，
See how he chopping? He's chopping so fast. Have you seen how you chop? Go watch Uncle Adam chopping. It's slower than Starbucks Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah, another cheap shot. Adam, are you seriously just gonna let Uncle Roger take cheap shots at you all day? Come on, fight back a little bit. Honestly, stand up for yourself.
准备适量带皮熟鸡腿肉，切成小颗粒备用。
Nice chicken thigh good?
熟鸡脯肉代替鸡腿。
No, don't use chicken breast.
No, don't listen to Uncle Roger. Listen to Chef Wang Gang. The whole problem with using chicken breast is that the meat is not resistant to long periods of cooking. So if you do overcook it, it can become very tough. If you look at the size pieces that Chef Wang Gang is cutting all his ingredients, he's cutting everything into like Bernoise. He's cutting everything so small that you're not really going to see the difference with the texture when you cut it that small. I mean, he's making it basically like baby food. You don't really need teeth to eat this.
准备几颗煮熟的干贝，撕成细丝备用。撕成细丝是为了更好的释放其特有的鲜味。
Nice.
I like the different ingredients he's using. It shows that it's a very high-end fried rice. When you're combining ingredients from the ocean, the land, and from the mountains together, that's when you know it's like a high-end dish.
Interesting. And to think that some of us actually thought adding chili jam to egg fried rice would make it more gourmet.
出漂过水的鲜笋一小块，切成小颗粒备用。鲜笋
From the mountains, bamboo shoot.
鲜味，
And nice chopping also.
Yeah.
发笋。
What I like about him, he just say he chopping. He don't say shit like macédoine.
In French cooking, you'd call that macédoine.
No pretentious Le Cordon Bleu bullshit.
Actually, right now, he's cutting a little bit more like a brunoise.
Do you go to cooking school?
No.
The way you learn all this? You went on Wikipedia and you memorize the cutting name. You a nerd. You a nerd. Hiya, who the virgin?
Bloody hell, Adam, that's 2-1. Come on. Believe it or not, but in the Western kitchens, the majority of the base words that we use, at least in the English-speaking kitchens, are French. And the funny thing is that we still use a lot of French words in the English language, especially like in England. Even for a few vegetables, we still use the word aubergine and courgette for the veggies instead of eggplant and zucchini.
发花菇2朵，切成小颗粒备用。花菇最好提前用温水泡发。准备适量焯水断成的豌豆备用。
Mushroom, scallop, dry seafood, very umami. All good umami ingredient.
Yeah, so he's choosing the ingredients based on the umami, trying to get umami into the dish, and then also the texture, because the bamboo shoot's going to be a bit crunchy, the sea cucumber a bit springy, the chicken meaty, and then that shredded texture of the dried scallops, which is also providing the umami, and then the peas are going to be a little bit of sweetness there.
Yeah. This one okay if you don't use MSG.
Uncle Roger actually approved of peas. You know how many videos he has been complaining and moaning about someone adding peas to their dish? I mean, just look at the peas that Jamie added to his green curry.
200 grams of the worst vegetable ever, munch 2. If vegetable tastes like sad, munch 2 tastes like terror.
Oh, he's giving Chef Wang Gang a pass here. You know it must be good
准备几
then.
个鲜虾，剥皮之后去除虾线，然后切成颗粒备用。同学们，鲜活的虾不好去壳，
Ooh,
我们可以先将
motion
其
so
解冻2个小
smooth.
时，这样更方便剥壳。
Dewayne, very important step. Remember, Shrimp Wayne is like Jamie Oliver, full of shit.
That I didn't expect. Now, for all those that love to go out and eat shrimp, I have news for you. The majority of restaurants do not take the time to clean the veins out of the shrimp. It doesn't mean nobody does it. It's just that typically it's not done. You can either do it by butterflying the back end and taking it out, which is clearly visible that you did that, or you can do it by taking a little toothpick, a needle, whatever, and just pulling the vein out. It's important to get rid of this, especially with the bigger shrimp like the jumbo size, because you are literally removing the shit from the animal.
然后我们在虾蓉中加入适量的淀粉抓圆备用。这一步的目的是防止焯水的
He's going to blanch the shrimp there, so the starch swells up around the shrimp as it boils and actually preserves the moisture of the shrimp.
Good tip.
碗中打入全蛋2颗，
Nice cracking.
One-handed.
然后加入纯蛋黄4个，顺着搅拌均匀备用。
It's always a fancy dish when you're using not the same number of egg whites and egg yolks, because then you've got to find something to do with the egg whites.
Oh, you just throw it out?
Well, normally when you're at home, you probably do just throw it out. But what you can do if you have enough egg whites, you can make an egg white omelet. You can actually use the egg whites to make even a meringue. You can do whatever you want really with it. Of course, if you're into fitness, you probably don't want to throw them out because you need the protein, no?
匀之后用密勒锅里中间白色的
Why do you think he filtering with colander?
Good.
Is to get the albumin out of the white. You never completely mix the yolk and the white, so if you don't put it through a colander, you might get some white spots.
Uncle Roger think colander for egg okay. Just don't use colander to drain your rice.
Now, Adam does have a good point with this, but when you're cracking like a case, 2 cases or more of eggs, the colander also helps to sieve away all those little eggshells because you don't want those in the eggs. The other thing though is it gives the eggs or the omelets or whatever you're going to be making a very nice texture because you get rid of all the lumpy bits. And it's not nice too when you go to a restaurant and you pay for an omelet and then you get a crunchy bit, you know? Especially here too because they don't wash the eggshells, so some of them literally still have a little bit of bird shit on them.
最后准备适量的小葱切碎备用。
Spring onion good.
首先我们把锅烧热，
Nice walk.
加入小宽油，
So much oil for you.
开始缓缓的下
What?
半叶。
Is he testing temperature with his finger?
Yeah.
This guy is machine for you. This guy don't even give a shit about heat. Thermometer for pussies. Let me just finger my oil. Do you do this in your kitchen?
Sometimes. Another tip, if you touch something hot and then you want to get the temperature out of your fingers, you hold your earlobe. Because the earlobe has very few nerve endings, and it can help you disperse the heat from your fingers so you don't burn your fingers.
Okay, how about this? Go touch some habanero chilies and then go rub your earlobes and tell me what you feel afterwards, okay? This kind of reminds me of when my dad was a kid. He used to pull pranks on people as well. I'll tell you a quick story. So my dad, when he was like 12, 13 years old, used to call people randomly throughout the neighborhood, and they used to pretend that they were from the phone company. He would take a little piece of cloth, put it over the phone to change his voice, and then he would be calling them saying that, hello, I'm from the phone company. We need to test the strength of your cable. Now imagine, this was in the late 60s, early 70s, all right? Now, what I would like you to do is to find where your phone line is connected to the wall, give it 2 light tugs and then 1 really hard one. So they give 2 light tugs, and sure enough, the third one would be super hard as you can, and the phone would be dead. So they would be pulling the bloody cable out of the walls.
之后开始缓缓地下入蛋液，同学们切记蛋液必须形成一根细丝下锅，
Yep.
否则下太快很容易变成蛋花。
He making egg into little string. That's so much skill.
Yeah, it's a very cool technique. You actually also do it, instead of into oil, you can do it into sugar syrup. And you make a lot of Thai-style sweets. You know, you see the golden thread sweets.
Look nice.
He's doing a fantastic job, and this is not an easy technique. I mean, with a bit of skill, you can get it down. But as we've even seen Future Canoe, when he tried to remake this video and this recipe, he didn't do too well with the ribbons.
Ugh, you gonna eat that?
带蛋刺成，
That's so impressive.
然后用炒成
Look at this.
多余的。
You're making little shred of egg. It
Very
looks so good. It's like egg floss he making. And Uncle Roger love how much oil he used. See, he used this much oil to make egg. Uncle Wang Gang, he's such a good chef. Cholesterol, don't fuck with him.
It's not just that he's doing a good technique, but if you actually look at his wok station, this is a beautiful wok station. Like, I know I've said this before, but I would love to have a kitchen with a wok station like this. I really would, because then I can make a lot of stir fries, fried rice and everything more authentic instead of just making it the way I do at home with the induction burner. And after you've been working in the industry and you've had professional equipment, cooking at home sometimes, unless you have all the professional equipment at home, it's just not the same. It really isn't.
蛋丝控油之后，锅中加入适量的清水，大火烧开之后加入虾仁焯水断水。
Shrimp good. Look at that fire. So satisfying. This like some Lord of the Rings shit. This where the ring is made.
When you add the shrimp into the water like that, you have to keep it moving very quickly. Otherwise, it's going to stick together because there's a lot of cornstarch there. If the water is boiling really fast and you move it quite fast as well, it'll stay separate.
Now that was a really good little tip. You learn something new every day, don't you? Much better than the little earlobe trick.
然后重新把锅烧热，加入少许的底油，
Nice oil again.
煨好的辅料依次下入锅中，其中包括宣威火腿、手撕
Cured ham, dried scallop good.
颗粒、
Mushroom go in good.
颗粒、
Chicken thigh go in.
海参颗粒、
Sea cucumber go in.
笋颗粒。
Bamboo shoot go in.
鲜虾仁之后翻炒几下，爆出香味。
And the shrimp from earlier. Fuyo, nice tossing.
中途加入炸好的蛋丝炒散备用。
It's a lot of egg.
Yeah. You see how fast his cooking is? He cooking like he running late for train. Uncle Roger like that. But that's not your style of cooking. Your style of cooking like doing yoga.
It's like meditation. I think cooking should be relaxing.
Your customer
What?
all pissed off at you. Half an hour they sitting there and you're just meditating in your kitchen.
Cooking should be relaxing. Well, one thing is it should be, the other thing is the reality, no? Because I'll tell you, I've never worked in a slow kitchen where it was relaxing. And when you have just a few guys to help you with the prep after you've already done a service for 200 for lunch and you have almost 300 covers for dinner, there is nothing relaxing about service.
If Uncle Adam filming this video, it would look like this.
I like the different ingredients he's using land and from the mountains together on the umami, trying to get umami to the texture because the bamboo.
You have restaurant, Uncle Adam.
No, I don't.
No restaurant?
No.
Why you don't open restaurant? What you scared of?
I don't think restaurant is a good thing. I have 3 children, so having a restaurant and 3 children is not really compatible.
Always choose restaurant over children. Sell your children. Many people want to adopt it. The children Asian, correct? That's the most popular model to be adopted.
They're very cute.
This is a question I get a lot as well. It's like, James, why don't you have a restaurant? James, where's your restaurant? Why don't you have a restaurant? People don't really realize the ROI with a business like this. The return on investment with a restaurant is horrible. And even if you do good, you have a good location, you have a good menu, and you're busy, it doesn't mean that you're going to be successful. Imagine this, Jamie Oliver, with all the money that he has, his restaurants failed because of bad management. And this is something that he admitted as well. But at the end of the day, Adam's right about this. Working 120 hours a week isn't very compatible with family life.
蛋丝炒散之后，加入米饭和青豆翻炒均匀。
Rice good. Green pea.
用葱花翻炒几下。
See, spring onion last thing. Uncle Adam video in his Yangzhou fried rice, he put spring onion first thing.
I think you need to add spring onion twice, personally. I think you get more fragrance when you fry a little bit at the beginning and then add it later at the end for the freshness and the texture. That's what I think.
But it's gonna start wilting.
I think wilting is okay.
Wilting okay?
As long as you add some more at the end for a little bit of extra texture.
You like flaccid spring onion?
You can use the white bit of the spring onion as well. You can cook with this and use the greens or add that later for garnish.
I feel bad for your wife now wilting. Okay, hi.
He could have added like honglobao to this. Because
What is that? Carrot?
carrot. Because when you're making balanced Chinese food, you want a mix of colors. For something like this, you would want more red in it. That's my only criticism.
Okay. But Uncle Roger don't like vegetables. So the less vegetable, the better.
Let me get this straight. Actually adding carrots to egg fried rice is authentic. Because Uncle Roger has said this in many videos. We've reviewed a lot of videos with him with egg fried rice. And he always says, no carrots, no peas. Because he hates them.
然后再次加入葱花翻炒。
See? Spring onion second time?
That's what I said too.
Yeah, but
you
he
add some
thought-
to release the fragrance, and then you add more towards the end for the extra texture.
But he put it all at the end. He didn't start with spring onion. You know who started with spring onion? Jamie Oliver. Seriously. Have you seen that video?
And we'll get them sizzling straight away.
You hear sizzling, I hear my ancestors crying. 20 million views, you haven't seen?
I haven't seen it, no. But I like Jamie Oliver.
You like Jamie? Why I even here? He put mango chutney in his butter chicken.
Yeah, okay, fair.
He used 3 chili for Thai green curry.
That's
Just
fair.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah? You still like him?
I like some of the things he does.
We cannot be friends.
Uncle Roger never reviewed Jamie's biryani, his mac and cheese, or his prawn curry. He added mango chutney to all of those, including the biryani. And let's not forget his recent egg fried rice where he added barbecue sauce.
下一步开始调味。锅中加入适当的食用盐，
Salt good?
少许生抽酱油从锅边淋入。
Little bit of soy sauce okay.
You see he adds it against the side of the wok. You always want to add to the side of the wok anything that has, firstly, alcohol, because soy sauce is actually alcoholic. It's about 3% alcohol, so a little bit like mid-strength light beer. If you add it directly to the rice, you get one part of the rice that's so much soy sauce, and the rest not enough. So when you put it against the side of the wok and then toss into it, you're going to get even distribution.
Uncle Roger didn't know soy sauce got alcohol.
Yeah.
Next time the bar closed, I just drink Kikkoman.
Yeah, it is actually interesting, but since soy sauce is fermented, is a byproduct of fermentation, it has alcohol. Not very much, maybe 2-3% with like the traditional types of soy sauce.
Uncle Adam, let's have a few drink.
Cheers.
Cheers.
No. Adam didn't do it. No, Uncle Roger did.
I drunk now.
用火使其均匀受热，然后翻炒出锅气之后，加入剩余的葱花翻炒。
Oh, spring onion 3 times.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice tossing.
That's technique.
Beautiful.
That's good technique.
What Uncle Roger liked
Beautiful.
about this cooking video is it very focused on the food. He barely showed his face. Not like some people we know, just talking the whole time on his face the whole time. Your whole cooking video, your face show more than your spring onion. Hiya.
I feel like you need to explain to people why you're doing something before you do it.
Your style very slow and sensual. Uncle Wang Gang just bam, bam, bam. And then done.
Now here's the thing, I actually agree with Adam on this because the way that he explains, I've never seen his videos, but if he does explain, at least like I try to with my cooking videos, you try to explain why you're doing things to help the person that doesn't know anything understand why you're doing it. Now when I watch Chef Wang Gang, it feels, at least for me, that his videos are more served for people that already know how to cook, for other chefs, so they learn how to make these recipes, because he doesn't explain anything else. He also doesn't explain on how to cut things. He just cuts them. And when you already have the skills, it's fine because you know how to cut. But if you don't know, you have to explain it.
Ooh, look nice.
Looks good. Looks good.
Yeah. Wow.
For you. All the rice separate.
Yeah.
Nice color. And look at the string of egg. That's why he called Uncle Wang Gang for a reason.
Yeah.
So
He's the
good.
boss.
Thank you so much, Uncle Adam, for being on my video.
Thank you, Uncle Roger, for having me on your video.
Don't make fun of my pronunciation. Hiya. Go subscribe to Uncle Adam channel. Very good, so relaxing. Put it in background. If you have trouble sleeping, put on his video. You sleep instantly.
That was an excellent video, and we need to see Adam's recipes. I need to see how he makes his egg fried rice. Now, if you guys want to check out Spanish egg fried rice, be sure to click on it here, and I'll see you again very soon. Until then, take care. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button.